People living in Gaza's southernmost city of Rafah have been fleeing this last refuge from the fighting after the Israeli army had ordered further evacuation in eastern Rafah. The army cited upcoming military operations targeting Hamas terrorists in those areas. Many people living in Rafah have dismantled their tents, preparing for leaving with a lack of basic necessities. Earlier on Thursday, talks on the Israel-Hamas truce in Egypt's Cairo had failed. Let's take a look at what Sarah Coates has sent us from Tel Aviv in her report.
We did hear from the UN Chief Antonio Guterres. She says it's going to be a long way back for the people of Gaza after this conflict, calling for an immediate ceasefire. Now, according to the United Nations, some 300,000 people have already fled Rafah, as you mentioned, down in southern Gaza, although it says there is simply no place safe left to go for these people. Now, also fighting has really intensified in the north of the Strip in the Jabalia refugee camp. The military says that Hamas is now regrouped in that area, calling it a dangerous combat zone, calling on some 150,000 people to move to the west of Gaza City. So this is, of course, on that coastline there on the Mediterranean Sea. So fighting, it seems, has really intensified right across the Strip, although aid agencies say there is simply nowhere safe left to go for these people.
Now, in the latest from Russia-Ukraine conflict, at least 7 people were killed and 15 injured when a whole section of a multi-story apartment block collapsed in the Belgorod region. According to Russian Defense Ministry, Ukraine carried out the attack using Toshka-U, Vampire and Olka missiles and rockets. Meanwhile, the Russian Defense Ministry said that its air defense forces had destroyed 2 Soviet-era conventional ballistic missiles launched overnight by Ukrainian forces over the Belgorod region in Russia's southwest.